Okay, let me set this up. Can you see a difference in this clip? Or this clip? Or this clip? That's because they're from the same movie, but one half of the clip is from a 1080p standard dynamic range print, and the other half is from a 4K HDR print, downsampled to a 1080p HDR. Of course, this video has been converted to play on a standard dynamic range screen. So even if you don't have an HDR screen, you should be able to tell a difference. For example, look at the difference in the sky between these two prints. On one side, the sky is much more muted and monochromatic, while on the other it looks much more vibrant and separated in the details. This is because the HDR print contains metadata on how to interpret the image, especially the darkest and the brightest part of the image. In this case, the sky is the brightest part of the scene, which is why you don't see much detail in the standard dynamic range print. Well, why does that matter? That's because filmmakers love their highlights. Highlight being the technical term for the brightest part of an image. If you have a dark image with a bright lamp or a lit up face, that becomes the highlight of the image. You see, unlike film cameras, modern cameras don't actually shoot what ends up on the screen. Digital cameras shoot log, which is a really flat, unsaturated picture that has extra data baked into it that they can manipulate in post-production. What HDR actually allows them to do is transmit more of that data to us through the medium. This is made possible on both the capture side with high dynamic range cameras and a growing number of HDR displays in our lives. So what's the deal with India? Well, here's the thing, we don't have highlights. Okay, let me explain. India is one of the most polluted countries in the world. In fact, we rank third in air pollution in the world, and it shows. We have so much amount of particulate matter in the air that it forms a greyish hue almost everywhere in India. And you can see it. There are no true blue values in any of these scenes. Here's two scenes shot in Tenet with the same camera, cinematographer and colorist. And here are two shots from the movie Extraction. Even with an overcast weather or yellow color grading, you can't see true blue values anywhere. And I used to think that's just how India looked until something really interesting happened.
नमस्कार, मैं रवीश कुमार। भारत में तालाबंदी 3 मई तक के लिए बढ़ा दी गई है।
I mean, this mountain range here can be now seen all the way in Punjab. So because there's no cars on the roads, there's no pollution.
अगर आपको नजर आ रहा होगा तो ये हिमालयाज़ हैं, ये वाला।
We shut down all the factories, all the vehicles, everything, and we cleared up. All of a sudden our skies were bluer, the sunsets looked way better, and we could see mountains from hundreds of miles away. Heck, I could see the moon at 2 PM in the afternoon. Someone posted this photo on Reddit of Delhi during the lockdown and Delhi after it opened back up, and you can see the problem that we have. And this also plays into the way we capture our movies. Since we capture log, that has to be edited and color graded. Whatever changes filmmakers make to their color process gets applied all over. So when you have a grey sky instead of blue, it can turn more yellowish than blue. It also affects the rest of the environment. Since all the pollution is scrambling light, it has this bloom effect where everything looks much more softer. Look at this picture. Look how much more defined the shadows are on the left, and in combination to that, the pollution also forms a sort of color hue on the environment. Because we're not getting direct sunlight, that alters a lot of the color on the environment. Look at the difference in the color of these buildings. This is the reason social media posts of your friends in foreign countries look much better. This is why Sundays usually look better for some reason. The lower pollution is literally making the day brighter than weekdays. I live in a small town called Patiala, where we experience an air quality index of anywhere between 100 to 250. In comparison, New York has an AQI of 16 right now, LA 68, and London too. This is why the nighttime shots and the indoor shots in Indian movies look the best, and the daytime shots usually look the worst. And this is not the fault of the cinematographers or the colorists. Even creators from Hollywood struggle in handling this. At this point in time, I think Prime Video is the best in color grading and cinematography. And even their people struggle in making outdoor shots look less bloomy. In an era where we're moving towards more and more clarity in the media we consume, it's only going to become apparent how less of it we have. With HDR and Dolby Vision, we're not going to see more details of the sky and the environment, but more of how polluted we are. There's also a second part to it, and that's the creative part. Since the environment looks so bad, there's less incentive for creators to actually go out and capture really gorgeous shots. Most movies are moving inside on green screen sets, and this might be conscious or subconscious, but we no longer see sunsets or sunrises in our movies, and those are so important. Heck, Michael Bay made a signature out of it, and Chloe Zhao won an Oscar, showing the relationship between man and environment. The last time I saw an Indian movie really use the environment was Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, and they had to climb 2.6 kilometers to do it. And the other time they had to really go out from an urban area to do it. And blue skies look awesome. Here, I'll do a quick sky replacement in this scene from Gully Boy. See how much better it looks. Now obviously there are places with great environments, and if you try really hard you can really get some great shots if you shoot on a rainy day after the pollution has settled down. But a movie schedule can't be based around when it's going to rain or to go to a location hundreds of kilometers away from where the story is being shot. So what's the remedy? Well, we don't have any. Even if all the vehicles were replaced by Teslas and e-bikes tomorrow, there's still the issue of a majority of pollution coming from commercial factories. I honestly don't know the answer to it, but hopefully you are more aware to it today than you were yesterday.
What they do, they smile in your face.